Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 of my very first mixed media cover. I think it's going well. I don't know. I did want to share with you, first of all, I think this dried beautifully. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of like brown here and there because, like a goofball, the last time I used this stencil, I used it with some Vintage Photo Distress ink, and I didn't clean it properly. So just, a tip for you. If you don't want that to happen, make sure you clean your stencils. I'm just lazy, and I probably wiped it and then didn't, actually like wash it with soap and water. So there's a little bit of, brown in my transparent texture paste, but you know what? I don't care. First of all, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because this is, we're creating and things aren't always perfect, right? And it's going to get covered. So it's not even going to be seen. I freaked out when I first saw it. Of course I did, right? Because that's what I do. But, then I got to thinking, I'm like, it just doesn't really matter. When you're layering a bunch of stuff on top of things, mistakes can be hidden. So there's my lesson to you for today. All right, so enough of that. I painted all of my chipboard pieces with the gorgeous metallic blackberry, I think is the color. I'm not sure if you can pick up any of the metallic, but I think it's a beautiful color. And yeah, I love it. And the paint, this was the first time that I used that Prima paint. And I was just very, very happy with how it works. So let's go ahead here. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the, because I'm going to put some of the wax on here. And I'm trying to decide if, being the klutz that I am, I should do that before I glue the pieces down, or if it'll be okay to do it after the fact. I can't decide. I'm trying to just cover up that there's such a delineation there. But again, I have some pearls and some flowers, and we can probably cover that up that way. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm trying to just, see how I want to place this, but I love how it's turning out so far. I really am happy with it. Okay, so I think this is going to be the placement for my chipboard pieces. And I can't decide. I feel like I'm going to make a huge mess if I try to use this once I glue them down. I can't decide. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it before we glue, because yeah, I just don't want to end up getting it all over the place because it isn't very forgiving. So let's do that, because I'm just going to use my finger because I'm a messy person. And I hope, see, this is just rose gold, and I've not used this yet, so I need to stir it up a bit because it kind of separates. So I'm just gonna get in there with my palette knife and sort of mix this around. And the separation is normal. When I first opened this, after I had purchased it, I was like, well, great, I have, a defective batch. But I read on the package, and it is normal. So, okay, probably shouldn't do this over the book. Oh my gosh. I am a disaster waiting to happen most of the time. All right, I think that's probably sufficient. And what I'm going to do, instead of putting my finger actually in the whole thing, because somebody said somebody, I can't remember, said that if you introduce, you know, your finger to this, you can add bacteria in there and then it won't stay as fresh. So I have some on my palette knife and we'll just work with that for now. Let's see, I'm just gonna grab a tissue to sit this down on. Try to keep this as mess free as possible. Oh, I do want to apologize in advance if all of a sudden I like mute and you know you don't hear anything. It's because the dogs are here and I really just wanted to get this filmed, and you know they're home, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, this is the part that makes me the most nervous. I don't know why am I so like gun shy about using this stuff. I'm just sort of adding it, not in any sort of way really. I'm just sort of adding it here and there, and I want it sort of haphazard. So far, and you know, I can sort of wipe some of that off probably, maybe. So it just sort of adds another layer of color and also some more like shimmer, tones down that dark paint a bit. I like how that looks. So I'll just do that on all the pieces. So anyway, if you hear, yeah, if I go mute, it's because the dogs started barking. They've been sort of barky today, so who knows? We might get through this, and we might not. All right, here's another piece. Just sort of blending it in there a little better. There we go. And this one, I obviously have way too much, probably. Well, maybe not. The other piece is rather large, I guess. Oh, sorry, sniffly. I hope you're all having a good day. Yeah, I really wanted to get this done because I sort of promised it in an earlier video this week, and I just didn't get time to do both parts over the weekend while Mike was home. So yeah. All right, now that piece has a little bit more on it, but that's okay. You can still see the paint sort of peeking through there. All right, now we have this large piece here. Let's see. I'm concentrating really hard, so I'm quiet. This is serious business here. Now, my thought is after I get this on here and I glue all of these pieces down, then I can, you know, kind of add more if I want. You know, if I think that it needs more. Okay, there's that piece. All right, let me pause this. I'm gonna clean my hands so I don't get this everywhere, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I think I like that, and just want to decide how I want to sort of place this here. I keep changing my mind. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use, I wonder, no, I really like those in the corner. Maybe we'll add some actual flowers here and there to kind of, I'm trying to decide, you know what, I think this is sort of just a you know, my thought process here. So I apologize, it's not probably the most exciting thing you've ever watched, but you know, I'm just trying to, I want to make sure before I start gluing things down that you know, I sort of have things where I want them, and that just requires some, you know, some thinking. Can't decide. I know you're all screaming at me and telling me what I should do, and I wish I could hear you, because I would totally listen. Okay, I'm gonna glue these down. I know I'm just gonna do it because I think that I'm happy with this, and then we'll fill in the gaps after. What I'm gonna use, I have my glue gun over here, and I also have some E6000. I'm gonna use both. The glue gun is for quick, you know, adhesion. Adhesion? Is that a word? It is now. And then the E6000 will dry in the next, you know, 24 hours or so. And that'll be the most permanent, you know, thing I can do, because it's very, it'll hold anything forever, from what I have been, you know, what I know anyway. All right, so what I'm gonna do, luckily I thought ahead. This cap is always like glued shut, but I thought ahead and made sure that it was open before I started filming. So let's do the big piece first. So I'm gonna put the E6000, because it's sort of it's very liquid, and it sort of just gets everywhere. So I'm gonna put it on like the bigger areas. I don't want it to seep out, if you know what I mean. So I'm just sort of, I'm not even squeezing the tube. I'm literally just kind of running it, whatever happens to be, you know, it kind of just runs out of the tube, honestly. And then we will use some hot glue as well. But I'm going to be super careful with that too, because you know, you don't want a whole bunch of that either. All right, let me put the cap on that. I want to make sure. All right, now we will use some hot glue. I'm trying to decide because it's going to be sort of, it's going to need to be quick, right? Let's put a little bit, come on, here, and a little bit here. All right. All right, I think that was successful. I don't have a lot of glue seeping out anywhere. And I think that will hold nicely. You know what? I wonder if I can get under here a little bit. There we go. There we go. And just make sure. Got some strands here. Hot glue. All right. Yeah, I think that will be fine. That needs some glue under it. Let me, I don't know if I can. This is probably not a good idea. Oh, let's see. There we go. This glue gun is actually the best glue gun I have ever had in my entire life. And let me tell you, I have had my fair share because they all have issues. And if you ever use hot glue, you probably know what I'm talking about. They either leak, that worked, or they, you know, have way too big of a nozzle. Like this is, you know, fairly small, or they just like spit out a ton of glue at one time, or, you know, there's always something annoying about glue guns, and this one is fabulous. So I will, if I remember, I will link it, or I'll put the link in my document of favorite things that you can find a link to in the description box. So if you're looking for a good glue gun, it uses the mini glue sticks, which, you know, I'm totally fine with. Yeah, so if you need one, check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of this done. And yeah, I wouldn't normally recommend running your hands on, you know, E6000. However, an easy cleanup tool. If you buy some acetone, it will take it right off. And you can get like a gallon thing of acetone at Walmart. for a few dollars. It's nice. If you're quick about it, you can probably just, you know, kind of use your, you know, just kind of do this and it'll come off. Turn this around here, make sure. Okay. There's that piece. I think it'll stick fine. Normally this would not be something I would ever have been able to do with any of the other glue guns that I've ever had. Like trying to sneak hot glue in a little space is never, it never works. So, all right, I think we're good there. Let's go ahead and move down here to the bottom. And let's see, we'll put the hot glue, just gonna do it in one area, just trying to decide the best spot for it. Didn't get that quite down in the corner as much as I wanted to. Oh well, right? Oh well. And we've got some glue seepage. That's okay. It is what it is. All right, let's, final piece. Oops. All right. All right, there we go. And that's good. All right, perfect. I think that went about as well as I could expect. considering, you know, I was sort of rushing. All right, now let's decide what else we want to add here. All right, I took a little break and did a whole lot of thinking and deliberating on what I wanted to do here. And this is what I've come up with. All right, so that is a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera that I cut down to fit that space. And I used the Prima wax in rose gold around the edges. I've got a piece of vintage doily underneath that. And then I've added some flatback pearls and some flatback little rhinestones all over the place. So I am going to take a break. I am going to glue all of that down. And then I'm still trying to decide, because I've got these like sort of, you know, blankish areas here that are very, you know, kind of cut off. I'm trying to decide what I want to do in those areas, or if I want to do anything at all. So I will be right back in a couple minutes after I glue all of this down, and I'm going to give the puppies a potty break. And, you know, for you, it's just going to be like a millisecond, but for me, it'll be probably a half an hour or so. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, so here is what I came up with. Yeah, I'm super in love with it. So we have our chipboard and some flatback pearls. I added some little vintage applique pieces. I did a whole line of flatback pearls along the edge. We've got, you know, some bling and some pearls all over. I'm not sure if the bling is picking up really well. Another little piece of applique here. I did just two little flowers on the sides of, you know, on the corners of that Tim Holtz card. This is a really gorgeous pale pink cameo piece that I just thought kind of, you know, added a little bit of something, and also, you know, just was the perfect color. And yeah, some doily back behind there. I think it turned out amazing, especially, you know, for my first time. So I would love to know what you guys think. Be kind, but obviously I do like constructive criticism, so that I can, you know, improve and get better for next time. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I will I know I will make more covers like this in the future, because I do absolutely love it. It's a little bit stressful, but I think it'll get easier and less stressful the more I do it, just like anything else, right? So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'd love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.